Good morning. I'm Max Ammo, and welcome to Not That Kind of Vegan. Today, we're going to be talking about creatine.
I am the angriest man alive. I curse the earth, I curse the sky, and I will be until the day I die. I am the angriest man alive.
So, what is creatine? Creatine is a natural substance that turns into creatine phosphate in the body. Creatine phosphate is one of the ingredients of ATP that provides the energy for muscle contractions. Now, the main sources of creatine in the diet are red meat and eggs and some fish. Taking creatine supplements is thought to improve strength, increase muscle mass, and help the muscles recover more quickly from exercise. So let me answer the first question. Is creatine vegan? And the answer is yes, it is. The basic reaction for synthetic creatine does not use any ingredients derived from animals. Now, is creatine production ethical? I want to answer this in two parts. Firstly, is creatine tested on animals? And secondly, is the production of creatine environmentally friendly? Now, I urge anyone concerned with animal welfare to do their due diligence before buying any supplement. Unfortunately, a lot of supplement companies have funded some very unpleasant and unnecessary animal research. For instance, testing the effects of fast and slow acting carbohydrates on endurance by putting rats in tanks of water and timing how long they swim for before they drown. You know, some of these scientists are the kind of motherfuckers who would sew a puppy's eyes shut to prove that it meant it couldn't see if it meant another research grant, But that's a rant for another day. Anyway, in the case of creatine, I'm very pleased to say there has been actually very little testing on animals. Now, the Chem, who are the makers of Creapure, which is the best-selling brand of creatine currently, they don't test any of their nutritional products on animals. However, they are involved in developing a creatine to be used in animal feeds to help bulk up animals for big agriculture. Now, I'm not saying this means you shouldn't buy Creapure, I just want you to have all the facts before you make that decision. So, from an environmental point of view, is creatine production green? Well, cheap creatine that's made in China certainly isn't. The acid that is a byproduct of production is a big problem when it hits the water table. Chinese creatine is also consistently tested positive for mercury and other heavy metals. So, frankly, if you care about your body or the planet, I would avoid Chinese creatine. Now, there are several possible ways to reduce the environmental impact of synthetic creatine manufacturing, particularly using the EPA's principles of green chemistry. In the case of Creapure, they do use a lot of these methods to minimize the byproducts of their creatine production and prevent pollution. So what's the take-home message? Creatine is about as ethical as any mass-produced supplement is ever going to be. And if you can ignore Chem's role in developing animal feed and buy Creapure, you are also minimizing the environmental impact. So let's get to what you really want to know. Does creatine work? Well, first let's look at what the data says, and then I'll share my personal experiences of using creatine. Now, in terms of having studies to prove it works, creatine probably has more research behind it than any other supplement on the market. While its effects on endurance levels are still a matter of debate, in terms of increasing strength and size, it's been very well documented to do so. But now, my personal experience of using creatine is it never did shit for me. I got nada from it. I've been trying it since it came out in the mid-1990s. I've tried it every way you can imagine, with carbohydrates, without carbohydrates, on an empty stomach, pre-workout, post-workout, loading, not loading, mega dosing. Never did anything for me. However, one of the reasons for that may be at that time when I was trying creatine, I was still eating a diet that was very high in red meat and eggs, which contain a lot of creatine. So I may have possibly, my creatine stores may have already been saturated, in which case taking extra creatine would have no effect. So now I've been vegan for 4 months. I'm going to give creatine another try because I think it has much more possibilities for a vegan athlete. And I will log the results. So I'll be starting a creatine cycle next week, and I will keep you updated. Now, in terms of what kind of creatine should you use, I would stick with creatine monohydrate. That's the one with the data to back it up. Most of these new, weird, wonderful creatine esters they keep coming out with have little or no research behind them. So all in all, I think creatine is a supplement that potentially could be very useful for the vegan athlete. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got time for. I've got to go, actually. I need to clean my bathroom. I have company coming over and it's kind of fucking disgusting. It's so bad. I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. Why not? My bathroom, it's kind of disgusting. You know, it's got like mold growing all over the walls and water dripping through the ceiling. And to give you an idea how bad it is, the other day I was walking home and there was a homeless woman outside my apartment building. She'd been beaten up. You know, she had like a swollen eye and she had a gash in the head, blood dripping down her face. So I went up to her and I said, are you all right? Can I help you at all? And she said, can I use your bathroom to wash up? So I was like, okay, fine, you know. So she came into my apartment with me. She walked into the bathroom. I heard her stop for a second and this sharp intake of breath. And she just turned around and walked straight out of my apartment again. And I just heard her mutter, that's disgusting. I'm going to use the bathroom on the boardwalk. And she left. So there you have it. Max Emo's bathroom is actually more disgusting than the bathrooms on the boardwalk. I guess I should be more ashamed, but I'm just not. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, follow me on Twitter at JackedVegan, on Instagram at Not That Kind of Vegan, like me on Facebook at Not That Kind of Vegan, and until next time, be good. And if you can't be good, be a bad motherfucker. Kaboom.